the Black Ops 3 Zombies HUD theme for Black Ops 7 Zombies. So the other day I posted a video regarding all of the HUD themes, or at least the vast majority of them, since a lot of the assets for them got data mined from the Black Ops 7 beta. However, of course, they were just mock-ups. They were just putting together where they think the different positionings for them would be, but they were incomplete because they didn't have a lot of the ammo text, the perks, etc. on screen or the round counter. So whilst they gave an idea of what the HUDs would look like, it was kind of incomplete. Since then though, Germa E1M1 has done a mock-up of the Shadows of Evil style HUD that you can see on screen, and this is a massive improvement from the Black Ops 7 Zombies default HUD, but I don't think it solves all of the problems with the HUDs. Now obviously this is just a mock-up, so we don't know what it's actually going to look like, but this is probably a pretty good idea of what it's going to look like, just judging off of how they have designed the bottom right and left corner. It does seem like it's designed intentionally to be very similar to the Black Ops 7 Zombies default HUD, which is obviously multiplayer-esque. And I think this shows that the theming of the HUDs is not the main problem with the HUDs from Cold War onwards. It's the fact that there is just too much being displayed on the screen. And yes, you will be able to turn things off like the compass, the minimap, etc. But the problem is there is just too much going on. For example, in the bottom left, they need to display your armor, they need to display your essence, etc. But the way they have it formatted is just too much. They need to show you how much salvage you have. They need to show you if you have a revive kit. But I just think this is way too much information. Back in the day, it was just so simple. You just had a little icon and your points. That was it. The problem here is not necessarily even just the HUDs, but the zombies mechanics and designs themselves. Right now, I feel like there's just too many things in zombies. You have the armor system, you have the salvage system, you also have the weapon rarity system, and this is why now your weapon is being displayed in the bottom right of the screen. This is information we never needed to have before, but the only reason they display your weapon is so you can see what your weapon rarity is. But surely there is a better way to show that. So I think the problems with the HUD actually stem from it being over cluttered and the fact that there is just too much information. And yes, you can turn these things off, but then you lose vital pieces of information that are kind of integral to what modern zombies is all about. So I do not think these HUD designs are going to fix all of the complaints with the modern era of zombies. Like I say, you can play with the classic version of these HUDs, but I just think there is still going to be too much information on the screen, and the same with all of the other different HUD designs that have been posted. So let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Like I say, it does look a lot better. Obviously, the orange one does not fit Ashes of the Dam because it's purple, so you will be able to select the Giants one or one of the other custom HUDs that might fit a lot better, such as the glass one. But personally, to me, this is the problem with the HUDs. There is too much information, and yes, the HUD could be redesigned so that it shows this information in a simpler format. That much is true. There is definitely a better way to do this, but at the same time, modern zombies just requires a lot of information due to how many different systems are in the mode. I think that zombies just needs to completely revert and scrap all of these systems. There's just too much. There's too much going on, and I don't know when they're going to do that. I hope with the next game they do that. But then we also have the classic curse mode, and how is that going to function? Because you don't need all of this information in that mode. So I assume it's going to be the same HUDs though. Yes, the minimap etc won't be in that mode, so you'll be running a classic version of the HUD anyways, but all of the information, for example, in the bottom left, I assume, and the right is probably going to be there. So yeah, let me know what you think of this in the comments below. For some other information, we are going to be getting a Black Ops 7 Zombies intel dropped probably today from beta feedback. I don't know what that's going to be, probably different nerfs and changes they're going to be making. I hope they address the HUD themes as well, because these have only been leaks. We haven't actually got to see them yet officially from Treyarch. They need to let us know which ones are going to be there on launch, which ones are going to be held back for bundles, etc., because apparently some of them are, and it does seem like some are unfinished, so may not even be there for launch. And they also need to give us more information on the cursed mode, because right now it's kind of confusing what it even actually is. So those are kind of the two big pieces of information we're waiting for Black Ops 7 Zombies. And by the way, the Ashes of the Damned ending cutscene leaked, as you know, the mid and ending cutscene. I posted a video breaking it down with a spoiler warning just because it's gotten so widespread now, it feels unavoidable for me to talk about it, because in all of my storyline videos people are bringing it up, so I need a point of reference now for future content. However, I was guessing who was speaking in the dialogue for that, but since posting that video, the actual audio itself has leaked, as well as who is talking, and it gives further context to it. I'm not going to talk about that here. You can pause the video and read it on screen if you want to do so. However, it doesn't reveal anything too crazy. I'm not going to talk about the spoilers. An entity is referenced, but I don't think it is the entity from Modern Warfare Zombies. It seems like a new character judging from the audio we can hear, but we'll wait for launch to talk obviously more about that. It's a shame that this stuff has leaked from the beta. I don't know why why Treyarch keep doing this. It's ridiculous. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you with plenty more videos to come. Bye.